Good evening, my brothers and sisters. How you doing this beautiful evening that the Lord has made? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? It's dinner time, so come in, my brothers and sisters, so you can get some of this good soul food tonight. I cooked up a special treat for you tonight, so you all will enjoy this good soul food home cooking that I'm going to lay on the table tonight. Come on in, invite some of your friends in. And when you invite some of your friends in, tell them, I hope that you have told some of your friends that your brother Tony, he could really cook. He could really cook up some good soul food. So come on in, my brothers. Come on in, my sister. We got plenty of room. Come on in, family. Continue to invite some of your family and friends. Come on in, come on in, come on in. I hope that you all are starving for some of this good soul food tonight because I've been in the kitchen and I have really been cooking it up for you tonight. So I hope that you all will be able to enjoy the soul food that I got cooking. If this is your first time looking at this particular broadcast, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Tony M. Toomer, and I talk about relationships. I talk about relationships, my brother and sister, basically from a biblical point of view. When I say biblical point of view, I strongly believe that God had a unique and special relationship with the first man that he created, that was Adam. Secondly, God had a unique relationship with the woman Eve. Thirdly, God represented the woman to the man. And when Adam seen this woman that God brought before him, Adam said in the presence of God, in regards to Eve, he said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh, I should call her woman because she came from man. That's the position that I come from, my brother and sister. Now, if you're at the dinner table and you believe in another type of relationship, you have what is called a free will. You can exercise your free will, but I come from the perspective of thus says the Lord when we go all the way back to the book of Genesis. But if you disagree with what I said, I still encourage you to take in some of this good soul food. Maybe you can learn something out of it, okay? So with that said, we're about to get in shortly. I see Mother, she have sat down at the dinner table. Come on in, my brothers. Come on in, my sister, because it's time for us to feast tonight. Like I said, I hope that you all are starving for this good soul food tonight. Now, the topic that we are going to embark on tonight is a very, very important topic, my brothers and sisters. Very, very important, primarily for you women, you sisters. This is very, very important, primarily for you sisters. Now, why do I say primarily for you sisters? And you brother, you all need to listen up too. How you doing, Sister Vale? Welcome to the dinner table. Now, what do I mean by that, my brother and sister? This is what I mean by this. Tonight on the menu, we're going to discuss why a woman should never pursue after a man. Again, why a woman should never pursue after a man. Now, there there's nothing wrong with a woman showing interest in a man. There's nothing wrong with a woman showing interest in a man. Now, the word interest, my brother and sister, it is clearly defined as the state of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. But we're talking about relationship. So listen to me carefully. There's nothing wrong with a woman showing interest in a man. But the problem come in is when a woman pursues a man or something else, it can get more aggressive. And when it become more aggressive, it can become chasing a man. And we don't want you sisters pursuing a man, and neither do we want you chasing a man. And on the flip side, you brothers that listening to me, you should not be chasing or pursuing after a woman, because the Bible clearly say when we go to God's word, let's see what God say about this, how man and woman should classically meet up. When we go to Proverbs 18:22, Hello, my brother and sister. Are you still here? It's storming where I'm at. Are you still here? Are you still here? Are you still here? Let me know that you're still here because it's bad weather again where I'm at. If you're still here, give me the thumbs up or let me know that you're still here. I'm going to try to get through this storm. This have happened the last couple of times when I have been trying to talk to you, my brother and sister. So if you're still here, let me know that you're still here so I can get on with what I'm talking about. If you're still here, let me know so I can get in and serve you some of this good food tonight. Can you hear me clearly, my brothers and sisters, or do you see me? Can you hear me? And let me know whether you can hear me or not so I can get on with it. I don't want to just start talking. Okay. All right. I see that someone is here. Now, I apologize again, but where I'm at, storming. Okay. So I'm going to try to get through this dinner with you, my brothers and sisters. Okay. Now, let me say what I just had said. There's nothing wrong with a woman showing interest in a man. And when a woman show interest in a man, she should not pursue a man or chase after a man. Neither should a man pursue or chase after a woman. And as I said, God word said in Proverbs 18:22, whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor of the Lord. So in retrospect, my brother and sister, when it comes to a relationship, the ideal thing is for a man to find a woman. And when the man find a woman, he's not finding a woman to be a girlfriend, a live-in, or something that's just passing through in the middle of the night. A man should have the mindset of being serious, committed, and moving towards a covenant relationship with a woman, and that man should look at a potential woman as a wife. That's how God structured it to be. And so God really don't believe, and I have said this countless time, my brother and sister, God really do not want a man and a woman just playing around, messing with one another's time, okay? For those of you that are coming in, tonight's topic is why a man must never, well, not a man, but why a woman should never pursue after a man. There are some of you that are on the book, and then there are some of you that are on the tube. If you make a comment on the book, I can see it. But some of you that are on the tube, you will not be able to see it. But I call it out and just know that I'm talking to someone on the book. And then on the other side, those of you on the tube, when I make comments towards you, some of them that are on the book, they will not be able to see it. So I'm on two different platforms. So I hope that you understand that. Okay. Now, why a woman should never pursue after the man. Let's go over some terminology first. The word pursue, when we go to the dictionary, what does the word pursue mean? The word pursue means follow someone or something in order to catch or chase. That's what the word pursue normally means. Now, the word chasing is to follow rapidly in order to catch or overtake. Now, the key word when it comes to chasing is rapidly. And then we're going to come to the word called rejection. How you doing, Sherlock? The devil doesn't want you to teach. Keep the faith. Keep teaching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the word rejection is the dismissing or refusing of a proposal to push someone or something away or to say something differently or to spawn a person affection. You understand? That's what rejection means. And then we got another word called self-esteem. What is self-esteem? Self-esteem, my brothers and sisters, is confident in one's own worth or ability. Now, when it comes to rejection, my brother and sister, when it comes to rejection, how you doing, sister Angie B? Yes, it's dinner time. When it comes to rejection, men, more men, they're accustomed to being rejected, okay? Men in general are accustomed to being rejected. On the other hand, women, it's hard, women, my sister, when it comes to rejection. It's harder for a woman to experience rejection than a man. What do I mean by that? I'm going to give you a hypothetical. Like if a man go into an establishment and there are a whole bunch of women, a man could walk up to a woman and he might think that she's rejecting it based on the conversation. So what would the average man do? The average man, he would just go on and talk to someone else. However, If we flip that scenario around, and if a woman goes up and talk to a man, and that man really don't give her no indication that he's that interested, most women would take that rejection hard. And when a woman takes rejection to the heart, that will affect her self-esteem. And what is the self-esteem? Self-esteem is confident in one's own worth and ability. Now, there's a lot of men out there, my brother and sister. There are a lot of men out there. When I say a lot of men, I'm talking about worldly men. There are some worldly men that's out there that preaching the doctrine to other men that let the woman chase you. And that's the popular thing out there now. Let the woman chase you. That's what a lot of guys are preaching out there. Why are these guys telling other guys to chase, let the woman chase them? Because that's how screwed up this society have become. But from God's point of view, God does not want a woman to pursue or chase a man. And neither does he really want a man to pursue or chase a woman. Now, get this in your mind, my brothers and sisters, when it comes to pursue. When we look at pursue again, it's to follow someone in order to catch or attack them or to overtake or capture. Now, sisters, why would you want to chase or pursue a man? Why would you want to do this? Then there are some women that out there that they will say stuff like, hey, go ahead and shoot your best shot. There are some women that into that kind of stuff, aggressive women. Let me tell you this, my sister. If you don't know nothing, I hope that you take this with you tonight. When it comes to a masculine man, when I say a masculine man, I'm talking about a spiritual man. When it comes to a spiritual man, a spiritual masculine man, he's not into a woman being overly aggressive when she have interest in him. Okay. And I'm going to tell you, sister, what you can do. Okay. Sister Annie said, I've done it before. Chase me and no more though. Amen, sister. A masculine, godly man do not take delight in a woman chasing him or pursuing him. Now, worldly men, that's another story. That's what they're into now. Sister, let me tell you something. When you pursue a man, it's not natural. It's of the world. It's of the world. It's devilish when you chase man. I know, sister, that you may be interested in a man. And sister, there are some things that you can do to show that you're interested in a man. I'm going to tell you about it shortly. Angie B say, I said now to these guys, he that findeth fine, not she. The guys don't want to hear that. Yes, you kind of right on that, Sister Angie. Now, sisters and brothers, listen to this. Sister, when it comes to a man, you can show interest. What do I mean by showing interest? You don't have to be overly aggressive. Like, say, for example, I'm just giving you a hypothetical, and this for you single sister, not your married sister. This is for you single sisters. You see, men are visual. You got to understand how you're doing, Sister Ward. Men are very visual. And for a man to see you, you have to be in position for that man to see you. And when that man see you, you don't have to walk up to him and start dialoguing with him. All you have to do is, if you're interested in a man, you have to do it on a low-key thing, okay? Low-key, but do not be aggressive. I'm going to give you all a situation. When I was in college, there was this girlfriend of mine. When I said girlfriend, we used to hang out, and I used to consider her my sister, okay, when I was in college. So we went to this outing, and she told me, she said, Tony, she pointed, she said, Tony, that lady over there, she interested in you. And I looked over, and the lady was looking in another direction. I said, what you talking about? She said, Tony, that lady is interested in you. I said, what you mean by that? She said, everywhere you go, she follow you. I said, I don't see that. She said, I'm a woman. I know that woman interested in you. She said, I tell you what, Tony, you see where that woman at right now? I said, yeah. She said, go to the bathroom and watch she move. Okay. I said, okay. I said, bet. Then I got up and went to the restroom, right? When I came out of the restroom, guess where that lady was at? She was close to the bathroom door. And the lady that was with me, when I went back to the table, she said, I told you that lady interested in you. You see, the way that lady did it, she was trying to get my attention without being overly aggressive. She just put herself in a position and she wanted me to see her. For example, too, some of you sisters, I'm not saying get on dating sites or anything like that. I'm not saying that, okay? But listen to me carefully. If there's a man, single man, and use a single woman, men, if a man is interested in you, he will reach out to you. Believe me, sister, if a man is interested in you, he will reach out to you. How you doing, Sister Diane? Welcome to Tonight Dinner Table. Let me give you an example. Like we use social media a lot, right? We use social media quite a bit. Like, for example, Facebook. Now, let me tell you something. You single sisters, right? Say, for instance, there's this man, a single man, not a married man. Listen, read my lips. A single man, not a married man. You don't have to jump into his DM. You don't have to jump into his DM. You know how that man would start picking up on it. Let's say, for example, you go to this man's page. He will notice you coming to his page, especially if he keeps seeing you hitting likes and stuff like that. But you don't have to say anything. Sister Angie B said, I was on the dating site too. No more though. I'm going to touch on that dating site shortly. Let me tell you this, sister. If like Facebook, for example, a man could see whether he could tell something about a lady if she keep popping up on his page. And sister, you don't have to say anything. You do not have to jump in the man inbox. If you showing interest in the man, because he might get curious, because that's just like a man or woman. If you're on Facebook or whatever, if you see somebody keep coming your page, you might start wondering, does this person like what he or she see? Does this person like what I'm posting as far as something inspirational, something like that? A lot of time that way. But I'm telling you, sister, if that man interested in you, he's going to reach out to you. Now, Sister Angie B, she brought up a point about dating sites. Now, let me tell you about dating sites, my brothers and sisters, dating site. Is there anything wrong with a dating site? Brother and sister, when it's neutral, it's neutral. It depends on the man or the woman that using the dating site and why they are using the dating site. So the question is there anything wrong with it? It's neutral. If it depends. Now, some men, they have ulterior motives as well as some women have ulterior motives. Now, let's say, for example, sister, you decide to get on a dating site. As a matter of fact, I used to visit the dating site, and I have met some cool sisters on the dating site. I really have. And the reason why I got into the dating site at that particular time, I was not dating anyone. And one of my co-workers, which I consider the sister, she say, Tony, are you dating anyone right now? I said, not really. She said, you ought to get on a dating site. I said, what is a dating site? And she explained it to me. I said, I don't know about that. The next thing I knew, she built me a profile without my authorization. She just said, Tony, give me a picture. She came to me a few days. She said, Tony, give me a picture. And I gave her a picture. And the next thing I knew, I had a dating. I was on a dating site. How you doing, Sister Gretchen Cameron? She said, I was on a dating site as well. I don't think I want to go there anymore. My experience was positive, though. Let me tell you this. Why do people get on dating sites? Some men get on dating site. A few men get on dating site. They may actually be interested in meeting a nice woman. But majority of the men that get on there, they're not looking for a nice woman. They're looking for something quick and fast. And a man does not have to get on the dating site to look for something quick and fast. Okay? Now, a woman, why would a woman get on a dating site? The same principle. She might be looking for a man to approach her. And then there's some women there, they be on there, they trying to manipulate and try to get something out of man. So that's why I say when it comes to a dating site, it could be positive, negative. Because my experience on the dating site, yeah, Sister Angela B said they looking for sex. Yes, some men be looking for sex. And then there are some women that be looking for assets. And that's just like, you really don't have to get on a dating site to get sex, or you really don't have to get on a dating site to try to get some assets out of someone. But the dating site is the same thing. Now, some people say, if you get on a dating site, is that you can meet crazy people on a dating site. But let me tell you this, my brother and sister, you can meet crazy people at the grocery store. You can meet crazy people if you go to worship, you might run into a crazy person. You could meet a crazy person putting gas in your car, anything. So you could actually meet crazy people in person too. So people that get on a dating site, that doesn't mean they're crazy. They're just another vehicle that some people use out there. So don't look at a dating site as something wrong. It just depends on the motive behind the people that you talk to. But I'm going to tell you about the dating site, my brother and sister, because I have met some, how you doing, Sister Teresa Toomer? I have met some pretty cool sisters, but I have also met a few that was not too cool, okay? And some of the women that I met, I mean, they were real cool. They were real cool sister, but that did not, I mean, it did not come to fruition. When I mean fruition, it did not come to where I got married to the woman or she got married to me. How you doing, Sister Ingrid? Welcome to the dinner table. So is anything wrong with it? No, sister. But let me tell you something, sister. If you get on a dating site, the thing still is, do not pursue or chase after a man. You could show some interest. You could show interest. It's a way that you show interest. If you get on a dating site, or even if you are even in person, sister, what you present to a man, if you showing a lot of your body parts on a dating site or in person, what you're actually doing, what you don't realize, you are advertising. You're trying to flip it where men pursuing you. But you see, the thing about it, there are some men that are so slick, they will pretend that they're interested in you, but they're interested in what they see and what they can get to. And you see, that's the danger part, some of you sisters, how you present yourself, that it has a lot of importance. Okay, if I'm going to tell you from a man point of view, believe what I'm about to tell you. If you're showing a lot of flesh, let me tell you what majority of men think. If you're showing a lot of flesh, a lot of men thinking that you are loose. That's what a lot of men think. You are loose when you're showing a lot of your breasts. And ain't nothing wrong with getting a little air. You know, if you have, like you have a top on, sister, and you may have it down here, but don't have the top of your dress or something down here like that. Don't do that. Why you want to show another man, and why you want to take suggested pictures? Because you take a suggested picture, the man is not really pursuing you for nothing good. He's not really pursuing you. I mean, he's not chasing you for nothing good, but everything gonna basically be negative. Now, let me tell you something, sister. If you bait a man based on your presentation, what you showing up, like Sister Teresa Toomer, you showing all your goodness. When you showing all your goodness, guess what happened? How you doing, brother Shaggy D? When you showing all your goodness, I'm telling you from a man point of view, if you showing all that, how you doing, Sister Marie? Welcome to the dinner table. He thinking sexually. But you, sister, you think it's sexy. You really think it's sexy. That word sexy, that's a dangerous word. Sister, whenever a man call you sexy, it's disrespectful. The only man that should be calling you sexy is your husband. Do you know what sexy actually means? I'm paraphrasing it. Look in the dictionary and see what the word sexy means. You take the Y off the sexy and you see what it means. Sexy got something to do with sex. I'm gonna give you a situation, sister. If you walking with a man and another man see you, that man, let's say that man know the man that you are with. He may compliment you, but he know how to compliment you. He may say, that dress that you have on look real nice. You look gorgeous in that dress. That's what a man will tell you if another man is present. Another man is not just a man that got sense, and you with a man, he not gonna come up to you and just say, you sure look sexy. They're not gonna do that because they know what sexy means. They know exactly what sexy means. And so why are you, sister, you like some of you like that word, you like being considered as sexy. That word is preserved for your husband. You understand? Your husband, not just a man. And I'm telling you, sister, that's a form of disrespect. Sister Angie said, I was on a dating site for years, off and on, decided not to pay any more money. Okay, sister. But let me tell you, that's what it is. I'm going to give you all a situation. Years ago, Sister Marie said, Tony, you opened my eyes when you said the man isn't made for a woman, but a woman is made for a man. That opened being so much more, and I understand what you mean. What Marie is saying, you brother and sister, that's in the Bible. The Bible said that the man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. You understand? That's exactly what it means. So, sister, you were not the man was never created for you. You were created for the man. That's what the Bible says. Tony just the news person that's presenting it to you. And Sister Marie, she jogged my mind, and it's in the Bible. So don't think I'm being cocky or something like that, that men's are number one. No, I'm not saying men's are number one, but the Bible clearly say that the man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. Now let's talk, my brother and sister. I was about to say something, but I'll talk about that later. Let's talk about the real difference between pursuing and chasing. That's what we're going to talk about. The real difference between pursuing and chasing. Now, we're going to talk about pursuing. When we use the word pursuing, we're going to use mild. Just like you might go get some wings, and they might say, how you want it. You're going to either say mild, spicy, hot, or whatever. Now, we're going to say pursue. If you want to pursue a man, sister, let me tell you this. If you want to play the role of a wife and you not a wife, you have put yourself in a questionable position anyway. You may not recognize what I'm about to say, but that is a form of pursuing. You pursuing a man for what appears to be a serious, committed, and covenant relationship. Is not no covenant relationship. You pursuing something which you should not. You are, Sister Teresa, that's right. Sister Teresa find that passage about it's 1 Corinthians 11:9. Thank you, Sister Teresa. 1 Corinthians 11:9. 1 Corinthians 11:9. A man was not created for the woman, but the woman was created for the man. Thank you, sister, for putting that on the table for us tonight. But back to what I'm saying, my sisters and my brother, listen to me carefully. When it comes to pursuing, sister, if you're not married to a man, that's a form of pursuing. You pursuing an unnatural relationship, because you see clearly what I said earlier. When God brought Eve to Adam, it say, and this the background of it. Proverbs 18:22. Proverbs 18:22. Proverbs 18:22. It said, "Whosoever findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtain favor of the Lord." You understand? You obtain favor from the Lord. So a man is not actually pursuing a woman in that instant, and neither is a woman pursuing a man. God is putting that woman in position for that man to see her. That's why I'm telling you, it's nothing wrong, sister, but by being positioned so a man can see you. When you position yourself for a man to see you, sister, that take on a whole nother thing. We're still on the thing about pursuing. Now, let me tell you this, sisters. Let's take Ruth, for example. Let's take Ruth. You all are familiar with Ruth, right? Ruth in the Bible. When Ruth met Boaz, Ruth was wife ready. First of all, Ruth was wife ready. Ruth had already been in a relationship, but unfortunately, her husband died. Ruth left where she came from and she moved back to her mother's homeland. That's right, Angie B. Be like Ruth and Rebecca. When Sister Angie said Ruth and Rebecca, Rebecca was found by Isaac. That's Abraham's son. And this is what Angie B. is talking about, Ruth and Rebecca. Both of those women were positioned for the man to see them. First of all, when Ruth came back to her mother-in-law's hometown, Ruth was thinking about survival or getting on her grind. That's what Ruth was thinking about, survival and getting on her grind. So Ruth happened to get employed on Boaz's property. So she was positioned for him to see her. So when Boaz came on his property, he seen Ruth. You got to understand that Ruth had men and women working on his property. There probably was several women that wanted to get Boaz's attention, but Ruth stood out. She stood out. Ruth did not make no move towards Boaz, but God positioned her so Boaz can see her. You know why I know that? Because Boaz inquired about Ruth. He asked the farmer about Ruth. He did some background checking on Ruth. And not only that, Boaz made up his mind that he was very interested in Ruth. She stood out. That's right, Sister Angie B. She stood out. She was gleaning in the field. She was working. So Boaz asked his farmer about Ruth, and he gave Boaz the rundown on Ruth. So Boaz made it a point to reach out to Ruth. But what he did, he told his farmer to make sure she gets some extra stuff. Boaz will already think about providing for that woman. It does not say anywhere else in God's word where Boaz took special treatment for other women. He was focused on Ruth. He made sure that she got some extra stuff. And that was provision. And not only that, Boaz instructed that nobody is to mess with her. He gave those instructions. So what is Boaz showing? Boaz was showing protection. So he would think about providing and protecting Ruth. Ruth went back and told her mother-in-law about how nice Boaz was. And guess what? Boaz invited Ruth to dinner. It was all on Boaz. But how you doing, Sister Cheryl Ferguson? Welcome to tonight's dinner table. So Ruth went and told Naomi, her mother-in-law, what was going on. And her mother-in-law knew about Boaz because it was a big family thing. So Naomi, she told Ruth what she needs to do. You see, Ruth listened to a godly woman. And guess what Ruth ended up doing? Ruth went to Boaz after they ate dinner and stuff, and Ruth laid down by Boaz's feet. He didn't know she was there. Ruth did not go to get in Boaz's bed for sex. She wasn't doing that. She was showing Boaz that she positioned herself for Boaz to take more notice of her. And we know the rest of the story. Boaz married Ruth. In another situation, Rebecca, Abraham's son, Isaac, had lost his mother Sarah, and he was grieved. And not only that, Abraham knew that he had to get his house in order. So Abraham needed an heir. And he know his son was not dating no one. Abraham did not want his son dating none of those women that was around him, because they was in a strange land, and those strange women, come on cameo, those strange women Abraham didn't want his son to be involved with those strange women. So Abraham sent his servant to his homeland to get the right woman. And they were based on the belief system. So his son would not be unequally yoked with someone else. So when the servant got to Abraham's homeland, he needed help. So the servant prayed to God to help him to find his master's son a wife. And so he prayed basically like this. He prayed and he said, the Lord of my master, if a woman offer me water and she offers my beast drink, that's his camel, he knew that was the one. So there was a whole lot of women that were coming down to this water place, and they were getting water to put on those big pots, right? So this one woman, Rebecca, she asked this servant of Abraham, she said, do you want some water? He said, yes. Then she said, well, can I give your beast some water? So God answered his prayer. God handpicked Rebecca for Isaac. Now keep in mind, Isaac did not know Rebecca. Rebecca did not know Isaac. This was the classic blind date. So the servant told Rebecca everything, the reason why he was there. So he talked to her family, and Rebecca agreed to go back with him to meet Isaac. Isaac was in the tent, and he was still heartbroken over his mother Sarah. So when his father, Abraham's servant, came with Rebecca, she was on top of the camel, right? And so when Isaac came out of the tent, when he seen Rebecca, and when Rebecca seen him, this was the classic love at first sight. She got down off that camel, and they met. Her and Isaac met. And they went in the tent, in his mother Sarah's tent, and they consummated the relationship. God organized it. Rebecca and Ruth, they did not pursue these men. They was placed in a position so these men could see them, even Adam. Eve was placed right in Adam's eyesight. So she did not pursue Adam. She did not chase Adam. That's unnatural for a woman, especially a woman of God, to pursue or chase a man. Now back to the word pursue. Out of those situations, check this out. Neither one of those women were playing wifey. They actually became wives. Eve became a wife. Rebecca became a wife. Ruth became a wife. They were not playing house. They were not showing their bodies. They did not come in front of these men showing their breasts. They weren't wearing tight-fitted clothes so the men could see the camel toes. You all know what a camel toe is, right? Those real tight pants. And when those real tight pants, those women get fake vaginas and put it down in front of their pants. And all that fakery. These women depend on what was on the inside of them. And what was on the inside of them? Christ, the Spirit of Christ. So back to wifey, sister, if you're going to play the role of wifey, you are pursuing a man. You hope that he will marry you. And you doing it in a mild way. You doing everything what a wife would do. And that man, he is draining everything out of you. And that comes to the proverbial, why buy the cow when you could get the milk free? He getting everything from you. Free of charge. Oh, just because he paid your house note and paying your bills in your house, that means that y'all got a relationship. You don't have no relationship before God. The relationship that you have before God, sister, is fornication. If you and that man is not right before God, it's called fornication. So you playing the wife role. You pursuing a relationship. Now, once you pursue the relationship, let's say that the relationship breaks off. If the relationship breaks off, you know what you get into now? You get into what is called chasing. What is chasing? Chasing, let me give you the definition of chasing again. Listen to me carefully. This is the definition of chasing. I'm going to give you the definition of pursuing again, then chasing. You see, when you pursue, you follow someone or something in order to catch. That's you playing the wife or the little girlfriend. You're trying to pursue and you're trying to catch or overtake or capture. Whereas when it comes to chasing, that's a step up to craziness. So when you get into chasing, chasing is to follow rapidly in order to catch or overtake. You understand? That's what it means. So some of you sisters, when you pursue these guys, and then they don't do what you want them to do, when they put that ring on your hand, and you know what I call that ring? I don't call it the engagement ring. I call it the shut up ring. A shut up ring, for those of you that don't know what a shut up ring is, a shut up ring is when, how you doing? You got Facebook use. How you doing? It's a shut up ring is when you put a ring on, so when a man put a ring on your finger and you think that you're about to get married, but you never get married. I hate to say this. How you doing, Sister Tia? Welcome to the dinner table. I hate to say this. Some of you sisters, and I have said it before, and some people have heard me say it before, there are a lot of sisters out there that are wearing shut-up rings. You've been wearing a shut-up ring for 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. You think it's an engagement ring. He gave it to you to shut you up so he can continue to get the buy the cow. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk free? So you've been pursuing for all these years. You think that man was pursuing you. No, he will not pursuing you. How you doing, Sister Rhonda? Welcome to the dinner table. No, you got the shut-up ring on. And some of you sisters, you have seen some of your girlfriends with the shut-up rings on. You have seen some of your relative women with the shut-up rings on. They've been engaged for years. And the man still didn't marry them. And you know what happened after the shut-up ring? That man leave, and then you just think he's out there doing nothing. The next thing you know, a little birdie fly, probably want a cracker, come and tell you something. You know your boy just got married. And you said, what? Your boy just got married. No, look on Facebook. Look on Instagram. He got married. And you go to his page. If he block you, your girlfriend is going to bring it up and show it to you, or one of your relatives. And then you start crying. You start crying because you were pursuing her. You were playing the role of a wife. You were playing the role of a girlfriend for 30 years. You were playing the role of, I'll meet you at 12 a.m. in the morning. What you doing? You know when that text come in, what you doing? Or can I come through? Can you come over here? And it's sad to say, some sisters, I hope I'm not talking about none of you. Some of you sisters, you will leave your children in the bed. You will leave your children in the bed and go over to a man's house that don't even care nothing about you. You go over there, you run over there, and you have a little, you do the little monkey dance with this man. How you doing, Sister Mia? Welcome to the dinner table. You go and do the monkey dance with the man right quick. Then you have to fly home. I'm going to tell you something what I find out about. This happened locally. That was this woman. She left her children in the bed to go where this man was at. When she came back home, the house was burnt down and her children were in the house. She was pursuing a man. And look what happened when she pursued the man. How you doing, Brother Lee? Working to the dinner table. She pursued the man. The house burnt down. Her children dead because she was pursuing. He wasn't living with her. She wasn't living with him. They weren't girlfriend or boyfriend. That was some 12 a.m. stuff. What you doing? He didn't even come to her house to do the monkey dance. She went to his house to do the monkey dance. And when she got back, children dead. Because she was pursuing. She was doing something ungodly. She was taking it to him to serve him up. Don't you know that lady could kick us? She hurting right now to this day. She wished she could turn back the hands of time. That what she worked. She wished she could turn back the hands of time. You can't change that. She was pursuing. What happened after that? We just got off of pursuing. Let's talk about chasing. Now, what is chasing? Remember I said chasing is this. Chasing is to follow rapidly in order to chase or overtake. You know what? When it comes to chasing, you all remember that song by, what that lady name? What her name? Jennifer Holliday. You all remember that song by Jennifer Holliday? That song went to #1. You all remember this song? You Gonna Love Me. You all remember? It was a nice song. Jennifer said, "You going to love me." I'm not. What Jennifer said, I'm telling you, I'm trying to get it right, you all. I'm telling you, I'm not going. You the best man I ever had. No way. I'm living without you. I'm not living without you. That's what Jennifer said. What Jennifer said, I'm staying. Because you going to love me. Now let's translate that into real life. Real life, that's chasing. That's not pursuing. This is another notch. Brother Swagger said, I'm in my story, God told me that she will give me her number. Usually it's the bold woman who reach out. There have been some who have tried talking to me, but not giving me their number. Oh, yeah, okay, brother. Sister Rhonda said, that's true. I used to chase and all that stuff, but I thought I was doing right. Thank all for the good teaching. I'm learning better. Thank you, Sister Rhonda. Thank you, brother and sister, for making comments. We at the dinner table, so if you all want to talk, hey, this family time. We could talk with one another. And I know, like I said, some of you on the book, you can't see what some of the people on the tube saying, but I would tell you some stuff, okay? Because I see it. And then some of you on the tube, I see what some of the people on the book saying, and I would call out their names every now and then, and I would tell you what they said. So don't think I'm just calling names out and reading stuff. Come on 2 different platforms, the book and the tube. But back to what I'm saying. The song that Jennifer Holliday say, You Gonna Love Me. That's a nice song, but it's a forceful song. Now we're gonna put that in real life. Chasing. This is where when women that do chasing, it's a little different from pursuing, because chasing is like a masculine-like woman. Chasing is a masculine-like woman. I'm going to give you all a few examples. Now, this is aggressive chasing. Have you all seen, and I know you have seen this, how you doing, Sister Monica Kim? Have you all noticed that it's a little trend now for women, some women to get on their knees and propose to a man? Do you all notice that some women get on their knees and propose to a man? That's not natural. It ain't nothing godly about it. It ain't nothing cute about it. But you know what? If somebody get on their knees, a woman get on her knees, and somebody doing a live Facebook, they're gonna get a whole lot of likes and stuff. Congratulations. That's a bunch of bull. That's unnatural. A woman does not ask a man to marry me. Or will you marry me? That's not a woman's job. That's masculine. Sister Bliss said, I'm happy I grew up knowing better, and my grandmama raised me so I already know how old school women are. I never chased a man. They chased me. Unfortunately, they were never the right man. Amen, sister. How you doing, Sister Kirkpatrick? But I'm telling you, sisters, how you doing, sister? I hope I get your name right. If I'm not, I'm sorry. It's Hosie. That's Horzie. You know who you are, but welcome to the dinner table. Sister, I better not hear none of you. Getting on your knees asking a man to marry you. Sister, why would you? Let that stuff go for worldly women. You are a daughter of God. Okay, sister. Okay, RZ. Okay, thank you, sister. Sister, why would you get on your knees? Why would you applaud a lady for getting on her knees to ask a man to marry? That's masculine. That's masculine energy. It's unnatural. It's unnatural for a woman to take care of an overgrown man. What do I mean by that? This man doesn't have a job. He just graduated from kindergarten and he's still riding a big tricycle. Hello, Jody. Is your name Yvette? Sister, I hope none of your middle name is Yvette. And you dating Jody. You dating a baby boy. You got to take care of him. You got the crib, or you got the house, or you got the condo, or you got the mansion, and you let this man live with you. You feeding him and you cooking the food. You dressing him. You bought him a car because you got tired of him borrowing your car. You give him your credit card, or you give him money and he say, loan me some money, he ain't got a job. He play PlayStation all day. And this is a disclaimer, I play PlayStation too. I play Madden, but I take care of my wife. My wife came to live with me. You see what I'm saying? She came to live with me. I didn't go to live with my wife. I wasn't even thinking about going to live with my wife. She came where I was at. Let me tell you something. Sister Sneed said, I'm getting him ready for another lady. Amen. Amen. Sister Flo said, yeah. Did I say that? Yep. Let me tell you. And I need to say this. Brothers, it's wise, not smart, it's wise. If you do not move in a house with a woman, her house, if possible, do not move in her house. If possible, do not live don't move into where she at. It's not natural. Now, some people say, Tony, you old fashioned. Why he can't live with me? I got the big house. He got that little bit of apartment. He live with his mama. He stay in a boarding house. If that man stay with his mama, if he stay with a boarding house, if he living with another woman, that's some red flags in itself. Now, should a man ever move into a woman's house? I'm not advising it. You know why I'm not advising it? Because you see, a woman, she got to understand is a woman is a woman. A man is a man. Even though you move into her house, brother, Even if she give you the illusion that you're going to be the man, you better believe, you better hope that she don't get pissed off at you, because if she get pissed off at you, even a godly woman, don't let her get pissed off at you, because you might hear these words. You know what words you might hear? This my house. You don't tell me what to do with my house. Even if you move into her house and you start paying the bills, she still might flip that card out on you and say, this my house. It's advisable. That right, Flo, that pink slip. It is advisable, brothers, if you and a woman get together. And if you and that woman get together, it's best if she come to live with you, or y'all get something together, and that house, what she got, she could rent it or lease it, whatever she want to do, or sell it. That's the best thing to do. But that's up to you. But my recommendation is to get something. I mean, my recommendation, brother, if for that woman to come live with you, or y'all get something together. That's my recommendation. But if you decide to live with her, let me tell you something, brother. If you go live in a woman's house, you know what? Let me tell you, sister, let me tell you the truth about a man that moved into your house. Really, in him, he's not going to really feel that it's his house. He will not feel that it's his house. He may play the role of a man or something like that, but deep down, a man. How you doing, Brother Joe? A man. He's not going to feel like that's his house, because it's not. It's yours. Even if you get married to the man, it's something in a man that he want his own. But you do what you want. But when it gets to this chasing, sisters, when you get into the Jennifer Holiday stuff, you're going to force a relationship. Because what I noticed this, if the relationship go wrong, we're not talking about pursuing, that's playing the role of a wife. We talk about chasing when it could get deadly. If that man is not doing you right and he decide to bounce on you, some women, and I know you all have heard of this before. What that lady name that song you all, that I bust the window out of your car, her name, what that lady name was, I bust the window out of your car. If you piss the wrong woman off, she's gonna bust the windows out your car. She might stalk you. She might come to your job. She might Janet Jackson you. You remember that Tyler Perry movie? When Janet was married to Malik Yoakum or whatever. Remember, he was at his job. Janet got pissed off. How you doing, sister? You on work to the day. Janet got pissed off. She went to that man's job and clowning. He had to leave because he was embarrassed. He got in his car. When he got in his car, he pulled out and a Mack truck hit him. Bam. You understand? Thank you, Sister Cheryl. It was Jasmine Sullivan. I bust the window out your car. And you know what? I believe that song went to #1. She bust the window out your car. She's stalking you. Brother, let me tell you something. When a woman get into chasing, she trying to force a relationship. That's what she's doing. She trying to force a relationship. And if you do not go with the program, Linda Dancy, if you don't go with the program, that's it. I'm going to tell you all something. I'm going to give you a page out of my life. I'm going to give you a page out of my life. A few years ago, there was this young lady that I was involved with. How you doing, Sister Mary Jane? There was this young lady that I was involved with, right? and I called the relationship off. We had the relationship that we was in, it was like a seesaw relationship, okay? So she might be into me, I might be into her. One of those seesaw things. So I called the relationship off. I ain't got time to go over the details, so I'm condensing this. I called the relationship off. You know what that lady told me? She told me this relationship is not over until I say it's over. Brother, what would you think if a woman say this relationship is not over until I say it's over? I took that woman as a joke. She was not playing. It took me 1 year to fully get rid of that lady. 1 year. You see, when y'all look at stuff like Fatal Attraction with Glenn Close and Michael Douglas, and when y'all look at that movie with Beyonce and what that guy named that was married to Beyonce on this movie, and this lady, she pretended that they had an affair. You ladies know who I'm talking about. What that man name? But Beyonce was on it. She was married to this guy, and this lady accused him of having an affair with her, but she was crazy. She was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Yeah, that's it. I'm trying. I can't pronounce the name. It's Idris Elba, but I hope that you all know who I'm talking about. That stuff real. I walked down that road before, my brothers and sisters. That stuff is real. You know why I got into it? Because it was an ungodly relationship. That woman chased me down for a year. When I left out the house, I had to look around. When I left my job, I had to look around. Whenever I left out of my house, I had to look around. When I look up, she was there. Sometimes I be driving, I look in my rearview mirror, guess who be behind me? She was behind me because she knew my pattern and routine. This lady was vicious. She was no joke. So, brothers, let me tell you this. If you cross over the wrong woman and you call yourself about to end a relationship, Brother Joe said, leave, run to God and make peace with him. I am telling you this because God will let you know. Yeah, God was warning me, but I rebelled against him. And when I rebelled against God, God let it go down on me. I had to run through that for a whole year. Yes, Sister Angie B, I got out. Now, men stalk too. That's another thing. Men will stalk too, but we ain't talking about men tonight. We talking about why a woman must never pursue after a man. Sister, when you can't make no man stay with you. And let me put this out there. Some sister, listen to me. I hope none of you are plotters. What do I mean by that? Some women, they will actually purposely get pregnant by a man. And some of you brothers, you crazy. Cause let me tell you why you crazy. Not you brothers now. I'm sorry, I ain't talking about you brothers now. I ain't talking about you brothers. Listen to me. Some of you brothers, that woman look at you and you just want to have sex with her, right? A woman that you want to have sex with, but you don't want nothing else to do with her, okay? You don't want nothing else to do with her. She get pregnant on you. You get that phone call. And she said, I missed. You got me. We about to have. And then what you gonna say, something dumb? Like, is it mine? You all know that phrase, brother. Mama's baby, daddy maybe. You all have seen the Maury show, haven't you? You know the lady get up there on Maury's show and tell the world about this particular man. Then they show the baby picture on the screen, and the audience say, oh, he's so cute. She's so cute. Then the lady said, don't he look like, don't he look like Denzel? Got a big water head. Don't he look like Denzel, his daddy Denzel? Or the little girl, little Tiffany, don't little Tiffany look like the daddy? And then when the daddy come out from there, everybody booing the man. The man ain't said nothing. They booing the man already. Then Maury talked to the man. He talked to the woman. Then the big test come out. And what Maury said, according to, I'm paraphrasing this. I'm paraphrasing this. Baby A, he is not the father. He is the father. In one show I seen, this woman, she had several men up there. And what those women do when Maury say, you ain't the daddy? They get up and run behind stage and go crying and stuff on the floor. Mama baby, daddy maybe. Some of you brothers, you get the wrong woman pregnant. You ain't married to her. You get the wrong woman pregnant and you want to do this with your hand. I'm washing this clean. Then you want to talk to her. You want to talk to her about getting rid of the baby, right? She said, You ain't got to take care of him. You ain't got to take care of him. Then years later, you get this notice to come to court. She's taking out child support. There are some women, some of the aggressive women, they okay with you, okay? Now, this is how some women would do it. This called chasing. This is how some women do it. Long as you ain't got no woman in your life, they cool. They cool. She find out you got a woman in your life, that's when things get real. You could be paying child support. But you know what? You were paying child support with cash. She get you in court and tell the judge, he ain't been giving me no money. She might even bring the children to court. The boy need a haircut, the girl need another dress, and she looking fly in court. And you tell the judge, I've been giving her money. I be giving her money, Judge. The judge said, show me proof. I ain't got no proof. She know I did it. And then the judge said, did he been giving you some money? And then she said, no, because her halo leaning to the left. No, he ain't been giving me, no, judge. He haven't been giving me no child support. No, judge. Then the judge, bam. You on the hook for 18 plus years. What did Kanye West say? 18 years, and the child ain't yours. She give me money when I'm in need. She's a gold digger. Yes, indeed. All over town. Over me. I ain't saying she's a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke. Hats off to Kanye West. Brothers, that's right, Sister Angela B. Jamie Foxx and Kanye West. I'm just giving you all scenarios, brothers and sisters. Brother, sister, don't be chasing these men. Don't do it. It's not natural. What is natural? This is natural. God's way. What is God's way? God's way is for a woman to be a virtuous woman, a Proverbs 31 woman. That's God's way. This type of woman is constructed for a godly man, not a worldly man. Brother Joseph, man will carry going around all day until he beats her down. Amen. God's way is the way. Sisters, do not ever pursue a man. Never. None of God's daughter pursue men. God's daughter allowed God to mold them into a Proverbs 31 woman. Not a perfect woman, but a godly woman. None of God's daughters pursue men. None of God's daughters chase men. God positions those women when it's his time for the man to find her. Sister, when a man find you, God did all the leg work. Yes, Sister Rhonda, she was stalking. Let me tell you, God does all, sister, when a man find you, God did all the leg work. You know how God did the leg work? He prepared you. When a man find you, sister, you are already wife ready. Brother, when you find a woman, God brought her to you and to your sight. So, brother, don't think it's all about your swag. Don't think it. Don't think it because you tall, dark, and handsome, you got those abs, you got a little money in the bank and all this kind of stuff. It's not all about that. That's superficial. When you find the woman, brother, God did all the legwork called. He put that woman in position for you to see her. And that's what God did for Adam. That's what he did for Isaac, and that's what he did for Boaz. He positioned the women so you could see her. When I met Cinderella, I seen her. And when I seen her, I reached out to her. And when I reached out to her, she was wife ready. I was husband ready. I was 5 years ready when I prayed that prayer to God. A lot of you have heard it before. I prayed to God for a woman to follow imperfect Tony. Cinderella, she told me, I want to follow you without me telling her, brothers and sisters, though you that have never heard the story. I never told Cinderella that prayer, but I want a woman to follow me. She verbally told me, God answered my prayer. Because she verbally told me she would follow me. I did not tell her. As a matter of fact, no woman that preceded Cinderella ever told me they would follow me. Only she did. That's why she sleep right now with her mouth wide open. She knocked out smiling sleep right now while I'm talking to you all. That's right, brother Shaggy D. God gave you a sign. That's right, brother. Brothers, sisters, and let me tell you this. I mentioned this earlier. Brothers, you do not supposed to pursue or chase after women. On the flip side, brother, your thing is you supposed to develop a relationship with God first. Let's look at the Adam situation. Look at the Boaz situation. Let's look at the Isaac situation. Those three men, they already had stuff together by God. These men know their life purpose. They knew God. They knew themselves. They knew their destiny. They had it already together. God brought these women to the man in his time when those men were ready for a woman. And just think about this. Adam, he didn't see Eve before God brought Eve to him. Just think. Isaac did not see Rebekah before God brought her to him. Just think. Boaz did not see Ruth before God brought her to him. Sister, if a man is interested in you, he will make the move. But there's nothing wrong, sister, with, like I said from the early part, if you it ain't nothing wrong with a woman showing interest by if you position yourself, but sister, you don't go out saying, I'm gonna look for a man. I'm looking for a new love. Now you Jolie Watley. I'm looking for a new love, baby. A new love, baby. Yeah. You're not Jolie Watley looking for a man. Don't ever go looking for a man. You could position yourself for a man to see you. But see, sister, let me tell you a strategy, sister, when it comes to a man. You don't have to jump in his inbox. If you're on Facebook and stuff, you do not have to jump in his inbox. You don't have to do that. If you keep looking at his page, I'm talking about single brothers, sisters, for single women. If you keep looking at his page, he's going to notice it. You ain't got to say nothing. He's going to notice it. And if he notice you on his page, and if you are appealing to him, you know what he's going to do? He's going to go to your page to check you out. And he's going to see what you're about. And then there's the possibility that he might reach out to you. Sister, if you are out doing your thing, let's say, for example, sister, you're at a grocery store and you see a man that is appealing. You don't have to walk up to the man and say, hey, my name is Baby Ruth. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is basically walk down the aisle. You don't have to say nothing. Because moving objects gets attention. If that man says something to you, he says something to you. You don't have to go there and start talking to the man. That's too masculine. And let me tell you something else, sisters. If you're a single woman, if a man is interested in you and he look at you, men will give you, they will look at you. They ain't gonna look at you like crazy. Like they're gonna look at you, they're gonna give you eye contact. You know the reason why some sisters, I ain't talking about you all, you know why some women a man will not approach them? Because you got that mean mug on your face. Then a man says, smile. Yeah, smile for what? But then you go around talk about you want to be in a relationship. Sister, let me tell you this. Let me give you some game. If it's a man looking at you and it appears and you got some kind of attraction towards him, you don't have to do but one thing. You know what that is? Smile at him. That's all you have to. That's right, Andrew B. All you have to do is smile. And when you smile, if that man find you attractive, he going to come where you at. Because your smile telling him you open for business. You open for business that you single. You open for, that's all, sister, you have to do. Just smile. Because if he's looking at you, he's interested in you. That's all you have to do. Some of you sisters, it's simple. Just be who God wants you to be. Have a relationship with God. Delight in the Lord. And when you delight in the Lord, he will give you the desires of your heart, sisters. There's no need for none of you that listening to me right now to chase a man or pursue a man. There's no need for you to do it. If you do that, that should tell you something about yourself. If you're running after a man right now, some of you sisters, you do all the calling. You do all the texting. You do all the let's go on a trip, and you go ahead and buy the airline tickets and stuff. You do all this, and he might say, yeah. But why are you doing all this? And let me tell you this too, brother. Brother, you should make the niche, but guess what, brother? Listen to me, brother. And sister, you listen to me too. Sister, if a man is if a man is single and y'all call yourself got a little relationship going on, brother, if you sometimes reach out and say good morning, and sister, he respond, sister, sometimes you need to say good morning to him. I'm talking about you single brother and sister. Sister, if this man is taking you out, how you doing, Sister Martha? If this man is taking you out, sister, why does he have to take you out all the time? Why does he have to spend all his money on you all the time? Why, when you go to the movie, you won't even ask, do you want me to buy you a bag of popcorn? Why, when you go to dinner, you don't even do nothing? Why he have to keep going in his pocket for you? You believe in that crazy stuff that he's supposed to buy everything. He's supposed to do everything. Don't you know, some of you sisters, that a man wants you to show interest in him? Even though he leads, a man wants to think that you're interested in him. There are some women, I hope I'm not talking to none of you sisters, that man have to call you all the time. He have to text you all the time. He have to plan everything all the time. Why don't you get off your butt and do something sometime yourself? Instead of filing your nails and all that kind of stuff. Why some of you sisters, you want to play head games? What do I mean by head games? The man called you and you're not doing nothing but looking at something on TV. And then you say to yourself, I ain't gonna answer the phone right now. I want him to think I'm busy. And you say, I'm gonna wait for about an hour before I call him back. And the phone right there by you. And you won't even pick up the phone and talk to the guy. This guy texts you and you got time to text him back, but you won't do it. Playing all these head games. Some of you sisters, you're advancing up in age, right? You're advancing up in age. Don't be playing these mind games with these guys. And brother, you don't be playing no mind game with these sisters. Some of you brother, why do you want a woman to chase you? Why do you want a woman to chase you? Why do you want a woman to get on her knees and say, will you marry me? Why you want a woman to pay all your bills? Why, brothers? Why? I ain't talking about you spiritual, brother, those that are spiritual now. Why? You're going according to the world. The way of God's people, you do things decent and in order. Brothers, when God bring a woman to you, you got to understand this. He will bring, Satan will bring some women to you too. Brother, let me tell you what type of women Satan will bring to you. Satan will bring sensational women to you. When Satan brings women to you, Satan brings women to you that doesn't have no substance. They don't believe in God. They believe in their own gods. You could tell a woman that's falling after Satan, brother, based on, before she say anything, based on how she dressed. I'm telling you, based on how she dressed, because when a woman come out of her house, you better believe she look in the mirror, she take a frontal view, she take a side view, and then she turn all the way around and look at the back. Sister Bless says, some of us learned the wrong way. They taught women to play hard to get. You do wrong until you actually learn to do better. Amen, sister. Let me tell you something, sisters. Got to get some water. Sister, don't be playing hard to get, but you do use your discernment. Don't be playing. That's head games. Don't be playing no head game. Just be straight up with a man. Just be straight up. You ain't got to play hard to get. That's why some of you sisters, you wonder why a man stopped calling you. You wonder why a man stopped texting you because you playing head games and he get tired of that crap. It's too many sisters out there, and I got to say, some of my sisters, you play too many games with some of these guys. Just be straight up with him. Let him know where you coming from. Let him know what you need from him and what you can contribute to the relationship. See, does that man have a desire to follow God? First of all, some of you sisters, the first thing you're supposed to know, I tell you, make sure that man have a relationship with God. Not know about God, he have a relationship with God. Before you find out what you're doing, where you work. Find out who he's working for, God. See, is he working for God? And all that other stuff will fall in place. And brothers, don't be playing games with women just to get them on their backs. Be straight with them. Let them know whether or not you want a long-term relationship to get married, or if you don't intend on marrying a woman, let her go. Don't even bother her. Because it's the man's job and position to proposition a woman to get married. It's not the woman's position to proposition a man. That's unnatural. That's satanic. It look cute. You know, that kind of stuff look cute, but it's not godly. If you notice this, when God brought Eve to Adam, what happened? When God brought Eve to Adam, Adam spoke first. Eve didn't say nothing to Adam. Adam spoke first. Not only did Adam speak first, what did Adam say? Adam said, bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. I shall call her woman because she came from man. Adam claimed her. Isaac came out of his tent when he seen Rebekah. He claimed her. He took Rebekah into his mama tent, Sarah. They consummated their relationship. They were married. Boom, they married. He claimed her. Boaz seen Ruth, and he started inquiring about her. What happened? Boaz claimed Ruth. Sister, when a man needs you, he will claim you. He will even put a title on a relationship. He's not going to have you wondering what you're doing. He's going to have direction. He's not going to say, well, let's just see where it's go. He's not going to do that. A man of God going to tell you what's on his mind, and he's going to tell you what he's planning on doing. He's going to also tell you where you fit in with him. Remember the love language, sister. I told you this. I tell you, I say a man, when you hear a man say stuff like we, us, and our, that's what you got to constantly listen to in a man. If you hear a man always talk about me, myself, and I, that is a man, that's a son of Satan. The love language of a man is we, us, now, because he's incorporating you in his plan that God gave to him. You have to listen, so you got two ears, you got one mouth, so you need to listen twice as much as you talk. There's no reason for you to be pursuing or chasing a man. That's ungodly. That's worldly. Worldly men teach other men to have women to chase them. He's the bad boy. Godly men don't look for women to chase them. Godly men look for a woman to follow him as he followed Christ. Brother Joel said he will make sure you be grateful all year round. That include morning, noon, and night. You all remember this song. I'm glad you said that, Brother Joel. You all remember this song about that group that Babyface used to be in. It's called Two Occasions. Babyface used to be in a group called The Deal. You remember that song by Two Occasions? What did they say? I only think of you on two occasions. That's day and night. Sister, that's what kind of man you want in your life. You need in your life a man that's going to think about you day and night. After he think about God, you want to be in that man's mind day and night. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Go and look. Go when you get off here. Don't do it right now. You go and look at that video by the deal. Babyface used to be in it. If you all don't know nothing about the deal, say Babyface and Day and Night, or no, it's called Two Occasion. That's what it's called, Two Occasion. And look at that video, and not only look at that video, listen to the words. Listen to the words of that song, Day and Night. That's important, sister. That's what you need from a man, day and night. I'm going to tell you this before I get out of here. My wife, she don't wait for me to call her all the time. She don't wait for me to text her all the time. My wife make the initiative. She don't run after me. I don't run after her. She make the initiative and call me sometime. She makes the initiative and text me sometime, especially if she get up and she go to work early. She make the initiative. And we talk to one another all throughout the day. This is the example. If you all noticed it, remember when it comes to a relationship, a man and a woman relationship is supposed to resemble Christ and the church. Christ represents the husband. The church represents the wife. Remember, Christ, he initiate contact with the church, right? If you notice, Jesus always basically initiate. But not only did Jesus initiate, what did Jesus want you to do? Jesus wants you to talk to him. Jesus don't do all the talking. Jesus wants you to talk to him. And that's how a relationship is. A man's supposed to conversate with his wife, and a woman's supposed to conversate with her husband. It's supposed to be balanced. Sister Natasha Bless said, it's hard because my generation plays so many games. I'm 31 and would love to be married. The wait is hard, I can't admit. Sister, the wait may be hard. It may be hard. But guess what? All you have to do is delight in the Lord, and he will give you desires of your heart in his time. So, sister, you're not over the hill. Let me tell you, sister Natasha Bless, there are some men out there that preaching this type of gospel. They'll say, when a woman get about 24, she done hit the wall. That's a bunch of crap. You see, men that tell other men that when a woman get a certain age, she done hit the wall, or nobody don't want her. That's a bunch of crap. When you hear guys talking like that, what they're trying to do, sister, get you to lower your standards. That's what they're trying. A lot of guys trying to get you, sister, to believe that when you get a certain age, you don't have nothing else to offer. Just wait on God. Wait on God. It's important, because if you get ahead of God, you're going to get into the wrong relationship. Don't rush it. An example of rushing, when God told Abraham and Sarah that he was going to give them a son that they wanted, they had to wait some time for it. But what Abraham and Sarah did, they called themselves getting ahead of God. Sarah told Abraham, go lay down with Hagar, my servant, and bring me a child. Abraham said, okay, I could go sleep with her. Yeah, go ahead and sleep with her. It's cool. So when Abraham went and slept with Hagar, she got pregnant. Hagar started flexing in front of Sarah. She probably saying, I'm pregnant, and you can't have no child. So she was flexing in front of Sarah. Then when Sarah actually had the promised child, Abraham's oldest son started messing with Isaac. So they had to get out. So what happened? Abraham and Sarah got ahead of God's plan. So what I'm saying, be patient, sisters. Be patient, brothers. God will bring the right person for you. He or she will not be sinless. Understand this. He or she going to come with a little baggage. Like you got baggage, brother. You got baggage, sister. I had some baggage. Cinderella had some baggage. but be patient. God will bring the right person for you. So whatever description you got, you just pray to God, bring the right man to me. Sister, you say, God, Father God, through your son Jesus, bring the right man to find me. Don't ask God nothing else. Say, God, I want the right man to find me. No, I need the right man to find me. And brother, when you pray for that woman, you said, Lord, help me to find the right woman. Don't tell God she got to be a certain height. He got to be a certain height. She got to be built a certain way. Don't do that. Let God handpick that woman for you, brother. And sister, let God handpick that man for you. Remember, sisters, why a woman should never pursue a man. And footnote, brothers, you do not pursue or chase a woman. Wait for God to put that woman in your view, and sister, be wife ready when that man find you, because God did all the lead work. I hope you, brother and sister, enjoyed the dinner for the night. I'm sorry for the technical difficulty, the early part of the show. I'm very sorry. I ain't got no control over it, okay? But I'm glad you all stuck here with me. I'm glad you all enjoyed the supper. Those of you on the tube, if you're not a subscriber, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, like, and hit that notification. So anytime it's dinner time, you're going to see me pop up and I say dinner time. And then those of you that are on the book, just like and share. That's all you have to do. I love you, brothers, and I love you, sister. Sister Bless, I understand that I'm working on patience because I have issue with that. God does bring me the right man. I want to have a family and be an energetic mother, and you sure will, sister. You sure will. See, let me see. Brother Joel and Jabez, Brother Swaggy, Sister Shara, Anitra, how you all doing? Thank you all for being here at dinner. Believe me, brothers and sisters, I had to learn the hard way. I'm still growing. I'm 60 years old. I'll be 61 in August. I'm still learning. I still fall on my face sometimes. Cinderella fall on her face sometimes. We still growing. We're not the perfect couple. We're not perfect, but we try to be right for one another. I piss her off sometimes. She pissed me off sometimes. But overall, we have plenty of sunshine. I love that woman. Brothers and sisters, you all have a good night. Peace out.